What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We are back at AG Auto with the E30. We're going to be replacing all of the brakes on it because they failed on me while driving. So ordered a kit off FCP Euro. I'll be going through all that came with it, basically a complete brake overhaul. So we'll head inside and break it down. Alright guys, we got the E30 pulled in, ready to go. Just got the valve cover and intake manifold painted. Looking brand new. Now I got a big old stack of boxes from FCP Euro. I'm gonna open these and I'll lay out all the parts that it came with, and then we'll go over kind of what comes in the kit and what I got extra. Alright, here's what comes with the FCP kit. You get Brembo blanks, rotors. They're not drilled or slotted, they're just regular rotors. Wear sensors for the front, 2 of those. Pads, front and rear, and then they include stainless steel lines in this kit, which is pretty cool. I'm not doing like big aftermarket upgrade yet, but I just wanted to get a nice OEM replacement, and these will be a nice bonus and add a little braking feel to the car. And then extra, I bought rear shoes for the parking brake to replace those while the rotor's off, and then hardware for the parking brake, new guide pins for the calipers and the rubber boots, and then like a self brake bleeding kit. That's about it. That's all we're going to be replacing. We're gonna start on the driver's side back corner, so we'll go start over there. Alright, we're gonna start on the driver's side back wheel because I've already taken the caliper off this side. If you can see all this dirty, rusty colored, yeah, that's from the brakes. This rear caliper seized, and then basically just held the pads on and toasted them. So that caliper's bad. So we have 2 new calipers, I forgot to say that. And then this is the result, is the brake pad is completely gone. No pad material left, just ate through to the metal. So they are in desperate need of being replaced. So we'll start by jacking it up, taking the wheel off, and then we'll get a closer look on what you have to remove. Alright you guys, we got the wheel off. Caliper's already off on this side. It's a 7mm hex to remove the caliper. There's 2 ways to do it. You can either take the caliper carrier off with the caliper, or take the caliper off then the caliper carrier. I like to take the caliper off because it gives you more room to work. The caliper carrier is two 17mm in the back. Try and get a light back there. And then this is like a 4mm hex to get the rotor off. PB Blaster is going to be your friend doing this, especially because this car is 30 years old, so there's a lot of rust. So definitely spray that, let it sit, and then we'll tear this all apart. And make sure that your parking brake is off when you're pulling the rotor off, or it won't come off. Alright guys, rotor's off, caliper carrier's off. It's pretty on there. This rotor is absolutely destroyed. It's like half as thick as it should be. We're gonna move onto the fronts because the other rear is basically a copy of what I just did. And I'm gonna be redoing, like repainting all the calipers and stuff. So I'm just gonna throw the wheel back on the hub, and then we'll move on to the front. Alright you guys, we got the front rotor out of the caliper carrier. It's a 13mm bolt for the back half. May look like this, they're little slides. And we got the bolt that holds the caliper on, so we just have to take this the caliper carrier off, which is the same 17mm as the back. And I went and took it off the brake line because we're going to be replacing these anyways, and I wanted to paint and freshen up the calipers anyways. Yeah, that's about it. So we're going to take the rest of this off and then we'll check back in. We got everything off. So it looks like got your brake wear sensor right here, and then just we have the brake line clamped off so I don't leak all the brake fluid. But that's about it. Rotor was still actually in decent condition, but you know, I got the whole kit, so just replace everything. Caliper carrier brackets off. Those guide pins go right there, so we'll probably clean those out and then re-grease them before we put it all back together. But we're gonna put the wheel back on and then move over to the other side. Literally same thing, so I'll just time lapse through it so you don't have to watch. These brake pads are actually weren't too bad, so it looks like somebody replaced the fronts and not the back, but we're replacing all of them. So yeah, we'll get started on the passenger side front. The last one is off. No more bad brakes on the car. So basically now I'm just gonna clean these up and paint them, but I won't make you sit here and watch me scrub these. So we'll come back in when these are all nice and painted. Just gotta clean these up. These are new caliper, well, new used. I got from a guy. Yeah, these back rotors are toast. This was the other brake caliper, completely seized. But so we'll get cleaning these, and then probably tomorrow after they dry we'll install all the new parts. So we'll check back in.